A lot of people are not stuck because they have no options. They are stuck because they are waiting for the perfect one. They keep saying, I just need more clarity. I just need to think a little more. I just need to talk to a few more people. I just need to be sure. But slowly, this search for clarity becomes a very sophisticated form of procrastination. You're not taking action, you are just collecting more information. You're not making a decision, you are just postponing the discomfort of choosing. And the dangerous part is that it feels productive. You're watching podcast, you're reading LinkedIn post, you're talking to your seniors, you're comparing career paths, you're making your notes, you're thinking deeply, and it feels that you're working on your career. You're not. You're not moving forward. You're just standing at the same place. The only difference is now you have a little bit more information. And that is what I'll talk about in this video. Why waiting for the perfect career clarity will keep you stuck. And why the goal is not to find the perfect answer, but to find enough clarity to take the next honest step. Hi, my name is Amit and I am a clarity coach who works with post-MBA professionals to declutter their thinking and get their career story straight so that they can make decisions they actually feel confident about. And in this video, I'll cover 2 specific ideas that changed how I think about career decisions and give you a simple 3-question framework to move forward, even when you don't feel fully ready. Because here is the truth, perfect career clarity does not exist anywhere, especially before action. Most people think clarity comes first and actions come later, but in real life, a lot of clarity only comes after action. You take this step, you test something, you enter a role, you experience the reality, and then you understand yourself better. So if you keep waiting to feel fully clear before moving, you may wait forever. That brings us to the first concept, bounded rationality. There was a Nobel Prize winning thinker, Herbert Simon, who gave a very important idea in decision making. Human beings do not make perfect decisions. We make decisions with limited time, limited information, and limited mental bandwidth. Think about your career. You will never know exactly how a role will feel unless you actually do it. You will never know how a company will change after you join. You will never know what a market will look in 3 years. You will never know how your interest will evolve over time. You will never know which manager, which team, which opportunity will shape your career. So when you say, I want to be fully clear before deciding, what you're actually asking for is impossible. You're asking life to give you a full movie before you agree to watch the first scene. That is not how careers work. Careers are not solved like math problems. They're navigated like messy roads. You do not get the full map. You get next few turns at best. And that is where ambitious people get trapped because they are smart. They want to optimize everything. Best role, best industry, best company, best salary, best learning, best work-life balance, best future potential. But the more you try to optimize every variable, the harder the decision is going to become because every career path will give you something and take something away. A startup may give you learning, but would take stability away. A corporate role may give you structure, but would slow down your speed. A consulting may give you exposure, but may take away your work-life balance. So the question is not which career path has no downside. That path does not exist anywhere. The real question is, which downside am I willing to live with? That is a very important shift. Because many people are actually not looking for clarity, they're looking for a guarantee. They want someone to tell them, this path will work. You will not regret this. You will not fall behind. You will not make a mistake. But no one can give you that guarantee. Not your senior, not your partner, not your parents, not your mentor, not even the most successful person you know. And when you expect certainty from career advice, you become dependent on other people's confidence. If they sound confident, you will feel confident. If they raise one doubt, you'll feel shaken about your choice. That is not clarity, that is borrowed confidence. Real clarity says, I do not know everything, but I know enough to take the next step. So if perfect clarity is impossible, how much clarity is enough? I use simple idea I call the 70% clarity rule. 70% is not a scientific number. It simply means enough clarity to act without pretending that all uncertainty is gone. And enough clarity means three things fundamentally. First, know what you are optimizing for right now, not forever, right now, in this season of your life. Choose a maximum of two priorities: money, learning, stability, location, health, ownership. Pick two. If everything is important, your brain will not have any instruction to move forward. Second, know which downside you are willing to accept. Every path has a cost. Choose the cost that you can live with. Have a test you can run, not a 5-year plan. A 30-day experiment. Apply for 10 relevant roles. Shadow someone doing the job. Take an internal project. Build one portfolio piece. Speak to 3 people actually in that role. Because you do not need a 5-year answer. You need a 30-day experiment. Thinking gives you possibilities. Action gives you evidence. And this brings us to the second concept: deliberate elimination. Most people try to find clarity by adding more options, more advice, more research, more opinions, more possibilities. But often clarity comes from removing. It is a process of elimination, removing options that do not fit your personality, removing options that do not fit your current life stage, removing options that look attractive only because someone else is doing it, removing the options that your ego likes but your daily life will hate, removing options you are keeping open only because you are scared to close the doors. Clarity is not always addition. It is often, very often, elimination of options. Let me give you an example. Suppose you are confused between 5 paths: MBA, product management, data analytics, startup, or going abroad. Instead of asking which one is perfect, ask which one clearly do not fit my current season. Maybe going abroad sounds attractive, but right now you have family responsibilities and you're not ready to move. Eliminate it for now. Maybe startup sounds exciting, but you currently need financial stability and cannot handle uncertainty. Eliminate it for now. Maybe an MBA sounds prestigious, but the cost and the opportunity loss do not make sense for your current situation. Eliminate it for now. Now suddenly you're not comparing 5 paths, you're comparing 2. Your brain can work with 2. Your brain would struggle with 20. This is why elimination creates clarity. Not because the remaining options are perfect, but because they become measurable. When there are too many options, everything feels emotional. When there are fewer options, you can actually compare and take a rational decision. And here is something important. Elimination does not have to be permanent. You can say, this is not relevant to me in this season of my life. That is enough. That is perfect. You're not closing your doors forever. You're just choosing which door to walk through right now. So the next time you're waiting for perfect career clarity, ask yourself these 3 questions. First, what do I know enough to decide? Not what do I know completely? What do I know enough? Do I know enough about my current dissatisfaction? Do I know enough to take one small step? It's good enough. Second, which options can I eliminate for now? What option am I only keeping open because I am scared to close it? What option looks good on LinkedIn but does not fit my actual personality? What option sounds impressive but violates my current priorities? Third, what is one 30-day experiment I can actually run? Not the final career decision, not the 10-year life plan. One test you can start this week, like applying for 10 relevant roles, shadowing someone, taking up an internal project, building a portfolio around that. Try one skill for 30 days. That experiment will give you more clarity than 6 months of thinking about it, because feedback is always better than overthinking. So, to bring it all together, you will never have complete information. You will never remove all uncertainty, and that is okay. Career clarity is not about certainty, it is about direction. Stop asking, what is the perfect career path? Start asking, what is clear enough for me to try next? Before you move on, write down 3 things. One priority you are optimizing for right now, one downside you are willing to accept, one 30-day experiment you can start this week. That is the 70% clarity which you need, and that is enough for you to move forward. In the next video, we'll talk about why everyone else's career always look better than your career. Why the person next to you seems more sorted, more successful, more certain, and why that feeling, as real as it is built almost entirely on incomplete information. If this video was about your relationship with your career decision, the next one is going to be about your relationship with everyone else's career decision. Because your life will not change through perfect thinking. It will change through honest action. And sometimes the clarity that you're waiting for is hiding on the other side of the step you are avoiding. So take that step.